Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on euro currency. So on the daily chart, guys, we do not see significant changes because, as we said yesterday, market stands on inside swing. So because this action actually stands inside of the previous swing, and it doesn't make an impact on general on overall price behavior. But at the same time, in our weekly report, we have mentioned that, at least at my point of view, on weekly and monthly chart, it seems that euro currency stands under pressure. So there are some indirect signs on the weakness of the market. And yes, market doesn't show yet some significant breakout and drop and something of that sort. But the price behavior long-standing and the major support without any pullback, the anemic reaction on the very strong support areas, I mean on the weekly major support, on the monthly support area, makes me think that the support, the some existence of the purchasing that stands around these levels, keep market above these areas, but this power is not sufficient to start of the new bull trend, and it will be enough only for keep euro currency, whole euro currency on the surface without showing the deep drop on the market. But as you understand, this can't last forever, and my opinion is that euro still stands under some pressure. At least it looks like so on the weekly and monthly charts. On the daily, we see approximately the same stuff, but maybe in a smaller scale, because if we'll take a look at the manner how market reacts on the intraday support areas, you also will see some bearish signs. And here you can see market is dropping lower. So yesterday we said, well, market could show the pullback if it will form the catalyst triple-2 buy pattern. Indeed, minor pullback has happened, but it was very small. And market is continuing downward action. By taking a look at the larger time frame, larger picture, so we have here a kind of a flag consolidation. The one thing that's a bit worrying me, guys, is this turn down before market has hit the upper border of the flag, where it not necessarily means that it will be definitely downside breakout, because we saw this previously. So you can see it here, market also turned down a bit earlier. Here market actually shown even higher upward action, so but that hasn't led to the big breakout. That's why it may be a bit early to make some far-going conclusions just by this moment, but in general this is still the bearish moment. So because market stopped at the middle of the flag, turning down, dropping below the monthly pivot point again, and approaching to the lower border of this consolidation. Right now market stands around the MACD predictor indicator, so maybe we could keep an eye on a possible grab, or maybe something will change close to the end of the session. But personally I have some doubts on this, because actually if you take a look at the price behavior on intraday charts, you understand why I think so. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, that is our picture that we have discussed yesterday. Recall what we said. We have the ABCD pattern in progress. Since market taking out of these lows, it means that we deny the idea of the possible butterfly upward continuation. We mostly were watching for completion of the ABCD pattern. That pattern has been complete here. And indeed, markets has started some pullback. It was reaction here. It's approximately, as usual, around 30 pips to the upside. So that was enough to move stops to the break even. Those of you who are taking the long position here. So, but later, let's take a look. Market has turned down again and continue downward action. So market right now stands on the 14 even. This is the weekly pivot point, pivot support 1, and major 50% support is 114 even. At the same time, market had taken out of these lows. Why I think that this action is bearish? There's a few reasons exist for that. First of all, take a look at market totally erased this upward rally on the euro currency, because actually market here has completed just minor extension target. This is just the 618 COP contraction extension points of our A, B, C bottom. If you remember, that was the COP. Usually, when market stands in the real trend, it shows minor reaction on the COP and almost never turns in opposite direction right after the COP has been completed. Especially if COP is completed by this rally, some acceleration to the target. As a result, market totally erased the acceleration. Market dropped below these lows, and by this action, it also has erased this ABCD pattern. So here actually we have, guys, bearish reversal swing, if you understand. So what does it mean? In a shorter term perspective, guys, it means that we're watching for XOP target. So this will be 1360, 1375 agreement area. That will be next short-term destination point. At the same time, you should remember that around 1450, 1430 area, we had the confidence support. That was the confidence support. The market has reached it first here, and bullish market usually holds on the confidence and continue upward direction, especially if just COP target. The market is not overbought. Market has no big feeble levels above it. The existence of the intraday confidence support as a rule in 80% cases enough to hold the retracement, but not this time. So market has broken through the confidence. We said okay, it's maybe OP, got the steeple to buy, 50% support. Market has hit it. What has happened? Again, no reaction. So this is reaction on an OP, AB equals CD target. Not normal for a bullish market. It's too small reaction. Downward continuation is continuing. Now what we have on hourly. On the hourly chart, guys, take a look at the reaction on the 1618 butterfly. We said, well, maybe butterfly will help something somehow, although it will mean the destruction of these lows and drop below the OP target. We will not get the godly steeple to buy, but butterfly maybe will work. Again, no reaction. It's minor pullback. It's about 20-25 pips here. Harmonic retracement up, and market is dropping lower. So this action inside of the narrow channel makes me think that euro stands right now under pressure, because it's when you see such kind of reaction on the strong levels, it's really irrational and just tells you how market is weak right now. Besides, reaction on the 1618 butterflies just tells you that butterfly has failed, and as we talk every time about it, moment when butterfly fails, it fails miserably. It means that downward action could continue significantly lower. By indirect signs, when we talked in our weekly report, and don't know, do you remember that, guys, or not? But once we make the cross-market correlation analysis, a cross-market analysis between the DAX, European stocks, and euro currency, and I said that since we're expecting the rally on the stock market, euro will be under pressure, and that's why I don't believe too much in the current real bullish reversal on the euro currency. And indeed, if you'll take a look again what has happened on the DAX, that is the DAX market, the weekly chart, on the daily chart, take a look at the yesterday's session. This was upside rally. And in general, guys, that is the level that I'm watching for as the first step of the upward action, and potentially you consider here on the DAX we could get reverse hand and shoulders pattern. It means that we could get even twice greater retracement up later, somewhere to 12,500 by the DAX. Now you could imagine what could happen with the euro currency. But even if we will not take into consideration this second leg, on the first leg upward action somewhere to the 1170, by the DAX, it will mean that euro currency probably could continue downward action. At least in the current moment, it's very difficult to suggest some bullish reversal, something of that sort. That's why in the current moment, I suppose that we could keep an eye on the XOP target. In short-term perspective, and maybe on this week, that will be the major destination point for euro currency. Besides, currently, if you'll take a look at the price action here on the hourly chart, we do not see any bullish signs, we do not see any bullish patterns, and currently I do not see any reason for taking the long position in euro.